Yes, alrighty. What's up, everybody? It is I, your tribal god of screen, Peter Joseph here, for a Thursday afternoon, getting close to Thursday evening and Thursday night, March the 19th, 2026. Thank you all for watching right here, once again, on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down in my pants, otherwise known as the description box below, on this channel. Show my other channels your love and support as well. And leave a comment on this video or any one of my videos from my respective channels from the past, now, and in the future, Conan. But all these stupid comments you get sent to the Shadow Realm, and Ozzy and Saint will beat you severely, laugh at you, and then eat your soul. So don't do it. Go to somebody else's channel and do it, or go do it on your boring, garbage, dead, worthless channel, because you ain't gonna do it on mine. You don't like it? Tough shit. Deal with it, you crybaby bitches. And that's that. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to tap and slap that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because if you miss anything, well, you suck. And you're SOL. You better know what that means. And if not, you still suck. And that's pretty much it. So, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and all that other good stuff. And if you're brand new here, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, and grab that tasty cold one. As always, we drink Pepsi here because Pepsi is the drink of champions. But sit back, relax, you grab yourself your own tasty cold one, put your feet up and enjoy the show. If you like it, great, you know, then go watch somebody else. But you'll watch me because you got nothing else to watch. Simple fact. I mean, prove me wrong otherwise. If not, shut the fuck up. But it's so hard to do that, right? Some of you? Oh, I have a life, Peter. Sure you do. Sure you do. Think about me 24/7, 365. Do I do that? Nope. I have a life. I actually work. I actually make my money. I actually go places. None of you do that. You claim you do, but you never do. Can't prove it otherwise. I always prove where I go, so. It is what it is, so. Kiss my rosy red ass, Mahoney. And while you're down there, blow me. But, I digress. That's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Thursday evening, or Thursday late afternoon, Thursday evening, whatever you may be, March the 19th, 2026. Tomorrow is the first day of spring. Not going to feel it, really, but it's going to get warmer tomorrow. And 70-degree weather on Sunday. And then down the drain a little bit. Back up, down, like my dick in your mom's ass. That's how the weather's going to be for the next couple weeks as we get into Easter, 2 weeks from Sunday. Baseball's a week away. You gotta love that. That's what matters. And we move on with that. But I hope you had a great day, and if not, well, hopefully you have a good weekend, and if not, well, you need to get out more. But I digress on that. We got TNA, Impact Wrestling, and Ring of Honor coming up tonight. A little later on tonight. Should be some good shows tonight. And we'll see what happens with all that. But anyway, speaking of TNA, it is time for your really fucking late and really fucking out of date TNA and double your pleasure, double your fun, chew your double mint gum. No, it's a three-fer, if you will, TNA and double Ring of Honor reviews for last week, March the 12th, and a special Friday edition of Ring of Honor for that Friday the 13th ass, if you will. And that's that. Alright, as always, we're going to go to the better show. 249,000 views last week for TNA. Still kind of inching up a little bit from week to week. You know, sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down, up, down, like my dick in your mom's ass. That's what it is. That's how TNA is. But we're pretty much after tonight's show, we got one more show. That's the go-home show next week before Sacrifice. Next Friday night on TNA Plus and wherever you're going to watch it from. If you're going to watch it. But it is what it is. So we got a lot of things going on. Steve Macklin is back. We're going to hear from him. See what's going to happen with him and the TNA champion, Mike Santana. And we got a whole lot more. We got Moose starting his trek through the system. We got a Atlanta street fight between him and Cedric Alexander. And a whole lot more on your 2-hour cure for insomnia. That's TNA Impact Wrestling. Yep. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so it was a pretty decent show. Nothing great about it, but nothing that great about it. But anyway, once again, we are from the Gateway Arena Center in College Park, Georgia, which is on the outskirts of Bad Street, Atlanta, GA. Dun, dun, dun. No. Right on the outskirts, baby. Wherever that is. Anyway. As always, our commentary team of Tom Phillips and Aiden English, the man who loves Rusev Day. And that's Aiden English, otherwise known as Matthew Waywall. Alright, we start with the opening sequence. We're going to get right into the action, because as always, ladies and gentlemen, a little less talk and a lot more action. Right here. As my beautiful ex-girlfriend used to say. And she trademarked that, by the way. And copyrighted. So you can't say it. So, fuck you, man! Also, I copyright that, too. Me and In This Moment copyrighted fuck you, man. Just saying. We move on. Alright, so we start off the show with a tag team match player, non-title match. We got the TNA Tag Team Champions, the Hardy Boys. Broken Matt Hardy, yes! Wonderful! Did it! And his brother, the man is more dangerous than Darby Allin, and that's Jeff Hardy, dude! Alright, you know that guy. Alright, they take on the Sinner and the Saint, Judas Icarus, and Travis Williams. Decent match for 5 minutes? 5 minutes you give these guys. Alright. It's also what Matt backing Travis Williams in the corner to start. Travis spins out of a wrist lock. Basic wrist lock. That's fine with Matt Hardy, who rams him into the turnbuckle over and over and over and over again. Did it! And Travis is in big trouble. Jeff Hardy, dude, comes in. Goes back to the arm, setting up Poetry in Motion. With the clothesline. Then, back to Matt. Tag team wrestling, one-on-one. Back and forth tags like the Rock and Roll Express. Matt comes back in, gets taken down by the arm as Judas Icarus takes over. As he finally comes into the match. But that didn't last long because Jeff comes back in over hot tag, clean house. But he gets dropped and then Eddie got like frog splash by Judas Icarus for any fault. You like one, Eddie? What is this Judas Icarus guy? I don't understand. Who is this guy? I don't know. I don't know. His name is Judas. Well, that's not a nice name, ese pero. You know, Judas, he killed that Jesus Christ, Jesus, Jesus. I know. I read the Bible. I read it. Well, that's good. That's good. You should be a good man, Mr. Joseph. I know. I'm a good Christian boy. I don't do that shit. Right on. Oh, you're funny, ese. Okay. Anyway. Alright, so, frog splash by Judas Icarus gets a near fall as Matt Hardy made the save. And then all 4 men in the ring. Jeff goes for the Swanton. It gets broken. A Swanton. I don't know if it was by Jeff. I think it was by Jeff. That gets broken up. And then Jeff uses his new finisher. Called the Spinal Destination. Okay. Which is a reverse full Nelson. And he torques on it. It's like a submission move. It's like a front version of a full Nelson. That's what it is. And that was on, I think I think it was Judas Icarus, and he tapped out. You know, so basically a front version of the full Nelson. What are you gonna do? It's effective. Alright, so the Hardy Boys get the win. Match could have been better, 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Jeff gives Travis Williams a swanton bomb. That sounded very vulgar. Why did you do that? You're supposed to be faces, you're doing heelish things. Is Willow coming back? You know. Maybe. Anyway. That was pretty mean of them to do. And then they shake hands after that. A code of honor. You just hit me with a swanton. You want me to shake your hand? Well, okay. Yeah. Post-match cheap shot and then a fucking handshake. I didn't mean to do that. Right. Right, and pigs fly. They do! Oh, right, that's right, Pig Floyd. Right. I get it. They do fly. Pigs fly, remember? If you don't believe that, go watch a Pink Floyd documentary. I digress on that. Alright, so we get that. Moving on. Alright, then we go to the back where the Idiots brand, that's the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions, M and Heather, by Idiots, along with Joyce the Iceman, as they start yelling about ODB, one dirty bitch, and Mickey James, because Ash comes in after, but they're more interested in Mr. Idiots, or the team version of Jack Perry, who's going to actually debut next week. Was supposed to debut last week, but that got derailed because of what happened. What happened last week with ODB, Em and Heather, and the Honey Boo Boo crew. Anyway. And then out of nowhere, former TNA interviewer, should be in the Hall of Fame for TNA, Goldilocks. Oh, she looked great. Oh. Settle down, settle down, settle down. Anyway, Goldilocks comes in, starts yelling at the brand. And then Mr. Elgin thinks he's cool. He says, hey, weren't you working here when I was like 4? Yeah, you're 20 now, right? Idiot. And then she's like, fuck, get out of here. Who the fuck are you? Get out of here. Yeah, so teenagers bring back the old people. ODB, Tommy Dreamer, Raven. Oh, oops, sorry. Ali. They bring back the old farts. Well, not so much old farts like Ali. I was not old. Raven, we know is old. Tommy Dreamer's fucking old. Don't take that lightly, Tommy. I know I'm gonna see the guy this weekend, but dude, calm down. Not as old as you look. Bubba Ray told me to say that. I'm sorry. We move on. Alright, so yeah, teenagers bring back the old people, you know? ODB, Mickey James, Goldilocks. I don't know who else they can bring back now. Maybe AJ? Maybe. Never know. Never know with Carlos brings back people Silva. Those healing hands, that money, right, Carlos? Bring them back. We move on with that. Alright, 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, speaking of the Knockouts division, we got Indy Hartwell taking on Kelsey Heather. We've seen her a couple of times. And, not a great match per se, but under 3-minute match. Did I say under 3-minute match? Yeah, Indy, you know, basic wrestling to start. And then Kelsey misses a handspring elbow in the corner. That got 5 from the Russian judge. Sorry. A suplex puts her down. Wheelbarrow Bulldog works a little bit for Heather, who misses a middle rope moonsault. She didn't miss. She missed by a lot. No water in the pool for you, Missy. Then a spine buster and a Hertz donut. That's a nice donut. Hertz donut. 1, 2, 3. Indy gets the win. 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Indy wants the Knockouts title. She wants a shot at the Knockouts title with because because she says that Ariana Grace doesn't deserve it. She doesn't. She wants her shot, so she calls out Ariana Grace, who comes out with her husband, Stacks Mahomes. And Ariana says, well, you need to get in the back of the line, and then, because you're not on my level. And then Indy's like, what do you mean I'm not on your level? I'm way above your level. And I didn't need to get handed the title by my daddy. Oh. Punch in the, well, can't say titties, but punch in the vagina. Boom. I got more titties from my daddy. Right, Cody? Anyway, we move on. Alright, let's see what happens with that, if Indy gets a title shot, or not. And we move on. Alright, we go to the back, we got the Hardys. They thank the righteous. That's Vincent and George. Thank you for what they did last week, saving them, I believe, from, the system. So the Righteous like, oh, you did a great job kicking Cinnamon Saint's ass. We like that. And then Vincent says the system is coming for the belts. And the Righteous will be, there for them. We got your back against the system. We got your back, don't worry. Right. And then the Nemeth brothers come in. That's Ryan and his big brother who parked Issa's car perfectly in Puerto Rico. Hey, Ryan, have you had Marcos yet, Ryan? We're waiting. Anyway, the Nemeths come in. The Righteous don't like them being interrupted. And then Nick Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler, basically reminds them that we pinned Jeff. I think it was like, what was it, like about a week ago, maybe? I don't remember, but we pinned them, and they start laughing and then leave. So we're getting a Nemeth's Righteous match? I don't know. I'd like to see it, but we'll see what happens. So, the TNA Tag Division is kind of, discombobulated a little bit. You got the Hardys as champs, then you got the Righteous. They help, they don't help. Then you got the Nemeths chasing them, and then the System chasing them. They got a tag team, I believe they got a tag team title briefcase. Yeah, Babe Bronson, I think, got one, right? I could be wrong. But we move on with that. Alright, so we see what happens with that, and we move on. Alright, 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get to a 6-man tag team match player. We got Order 4, and that's the Great Hands, Skylar and Hotch teaming up with their leader, Mustafa Ali, who got a haircut. He has this long, flowing hair, and it looks like he got a haircut. Okay, we'll go with that. They take on Trey Miguel, the Intercontinental Champion. The man who goes all night long, all night. Bald-headed Rick Swann. What is it with everybody turning bald now? I mean, it's great. Bald is beautiful. I get that. I'm not going to turn bald. My hair is beautiful. I don't want to cut it all off. It'll look weird. But I digress. Yeah, Rick Swann's bald. AJ Francis, bald. Leo Rush, bald. Can't even recognize Leo Rush. I'm like, but that Leo Rush? Like, Rick Swann I can barely recognize now with his bald head. Well, I guess if any way to get noticed, I guess, I don't know. Anyway, it was Rick Swann and that fake YouTuber BDE, Brandon. And, alright, 6-man tag team match. It was pretty decent, not bad. So it's also with Order 4 jumping them. Brandon gets taken outside for a ram into the ring post. Ow! And then we settle down. Settle down, Miras. Yeah, shut up, butthead! Alright, so then Mustafa Ali takes some advantage on Brandon because of his comeback for a little bit. And then John Skyler comes in, strikes away. So they're really taking care of Brandon for a while. As we go to break, come back. Rick Swann comes in, because as we all know, hot tag during the break and we don't get to see it. Alright, so Rick Swann strikes away at Mustafa Ali, spikes him with a head scissors. Ow. head scissors spiked DDT, whatever you want to call it. And then all 6 men in the ring. Rich Swann hits a big-time Eddie Guerrero frog splash. Did you like that one, Eddie? No, because he's bald. You see, when I hit the frog splash, I hit it because I have long hair, ese pero. I never cut my hair. Oh, yeah, you did. But I didn't cut it bald. I don't look good bald. Look at Ray, he's a bald-headed... Whoa, 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 calm down. Calm down. I know you hate him, but... He's not going to be a WrestleMania essay, I know. Probably not. Because he hurt his, what did he hurt, his knee or his shoulder? He hurt his blind essay. Oh, yeah, he probably did too. Sucks to be you, huh, Ray? Oh, no, he hurt his ribs, Eddie. Yeah, because I kicked him in his gut. So he thinks he's Dom's brother. I'm his puppy. Why doesn't anybody understand that? I don't know. I don't know, Eddie. I don't know. Eddie is Dom's father. Stop saying that Ray is his biological father, because it's not. It's Eddie Guerrero. Ese pero. Thank you. You're a good man. Thank you. Thank you. You got any sangria, by the way? No, I finished it. Fuck! I'll get you something next time. Okay, thank you. Yeah, cause I wanna have a little, you know, with the wifey. I'll get you something next time. Okay, I promise. Okay, thank you. You know, gotta have some sangria. You know. Can't be drinking Pepsi all day, you know. But you never know. There might be sangria in here. No, I'm kidding. There isn't. I gotta stock up. That's why. You know, I gotta stock up because the woman keeps freaking drinking all my freaking Henny. God damn it! Good thing she's at the liquor store. No, it's not. Good thing she's out, but it is what it is. Moving on. All right. Where was I? All right. So, Rich Swann hits a big time Eddie Guerrero frog splash fender for on Mustafa Ali. They get back up. Ali goes for the eyes, Roddy Piper style. Then it's off to Trey Miguel for a double stomp to John Skyler for another near fall. And then the Puerto Rican princess, Tasha Steelz. Yes. She gets up for a distraction, showing her tatas. No, she didn't. I wish. I'm kidding. Tasha, you know I'm kidding, right? You know. Anyway, so she offers a distraction, and then Jada Stone ran out, cuts her off, because they're still going at it. Two of them brawl in the crowd. We got a cat fight! One hell of a spinning backbreaker drops Brandon, and then Ali with a big flippy nippity-doo onto Trey Miguel, and then John Skyler spears Rich Swann on the apron. Ow! So, craziness happens right near the end of the match. And then Trey Miguel, I guess it was the legal man, he hits the shell shock on John Skyler. No, he did not hit. He did not hit Ryback's move. Feed me more! Hey Ryback, have you had the big arch yet? You know he does these mukbangs and he does these food reviews on his YouTube channel. I don't know if he did a video about the big arch at McDonald's. By the way, the big arch is a modified, bigger version of the Whopper. Not the Whopper, sorry, the Big Mac. Called the Big Arch. Oh, it's just the Big Mac bigger. I don't eat the Big Mac. I don't eat that crap. If I want a burger, I'm gonna get a 2 cheeseburger meal, or I get a quarter pounder with cheese, or just get some chicken nuggies. That's all. I can't eat the Big Mac. I can't. It's too much. She can, but I can't. Yeah, maybe I'll get some McDonald's tonight. I don't know, maybe. Because I had a big lunch, so I don't know if I'm going to get anything. Maybe tomorrow. Or maybe the weekend. Actually, not the weekend. Maybe, we'll see what happens. Maybe tomorrow, if not next week. Maybe I'll get some McDickles. McDickles! Move on. Alright, so Trey hits the shell shock. Then the lightning spiral, the spiral tap. 1, 2, 3 to get the win for his team in under 12.5 minutes. Alright, so that was a pretty decent match. 3 out of 5 stars. And we move on. Alright, then Mike Santana. Sorry. So Mike Santana finds Sonya Deville in the back. And Sonya Deville says, hey, if you touch Steve Macklin, you're stripped of the TNA World title. So then, Santino Malala, you son of a gun! He comes in and says, when if Steve Macklin touches Santana, he's really out of TNA. I mean, he's fired, he's stricken from the record books. Shit. So then, Steve Macklin comes in with a couple of security guards, like they're gonna help. He has a stare down with Mike Santana, and then Steve Macklin goes to the ring with Santana right behind him. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna have a face-to-face, a face-to-face then, right? Sorta. We're gonna tell it in a minute. Alright, 3 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, Ariana Grace is not happy with everyone coming after her title, and then her hubby, Stax, calms her down. And then they see Indy Hartwell talking to, I think it was my girl Danny Luna, about something. And then Stax talks to her, whispers in her ear, gives her a password or something like that. And then Stax goes over to Indy Hartwell, talks some shit, and he says, pineapple! And then Ariana Grace does her best Tanya Harding impersonation. Hits Indy in the knee with the belt, and then Xia Li and Xia Brookside come in with Santino Marella yelling, medic! Get the medic! You know, that's it. So we see what happens with that. So 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. I guess he said pineapple because maybe they like pineapple on pizza. Why? Why? Why do you put pineapple on pizza? Is the most sacrilegious thing to do? Why? Yeah, they call it Hawaiian pizza. I get that. But you should not put pineapple on pizza. And if you like it, you're a moron. I don't like that shit. It's good. The missus don't even like it. It's just bad. It's bad. It gives Italians a bad name. You want to put toppings on pizza? You put pepperoni, mushrooms, bacon, chicken parmesan, ranch, I don't give a shit. Mayonnaise is no either. Who said she likes mayonnaise on pizza? Was that Paige? I think it was Paige said that. Ugh! Mayonnaise? Ugh! That's worse than freaking pineapple. You know, people put peanut butter on pizza now. You can put anything on pizza, but not fucking mayonnaise and pineapple. Ugh! Should be stricken from history to do that shit. Pineapple. Pineapple should be just used in soda to put on ham. Not pizza. No. Or just used in a pina colada. Just saying. Not pizza. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. Oh no, whoever thought of that idea should be fucking, well, I would say shot, but they're probably dead, the person that thought of that fucking idea. Who knows? And if they're not dead, they should be dead. Why? Exactly. Thank you. Alright, anyway, we get that. Alright, 2.25 out of 5 stars for Ariana Grace doing her best Tanya Harding impression. Get that. Alright, then it's time for Steve Macklin. He's back. Mike Santana watching from the crowd, basically saying, "You talk too much. Man, you never shut up." Fat boys. Anyway, so Steve, glad to be back in TNA. Feels like he never left. Yeah, you were gone for a month. Technically. So he's like, I'm required to apologize, so I have a prepared statement reading the script. So he thanks Sonya Deville, who's far better than Santino. Kissing her ass, right? And you're a married man. You know, Deanna Purrazzo, you might want to check your man. Just saying. And as for Tom Phillips, it's a shame that their friendship ended the way it did because Tom can't take a punch to the gut. So then Mike Santana's like, shut up, you know, finish it up, wrap it up. So Steve says that he lost the world title due to backstage politics, and maybe he should start playing meetings at the VA or playing voicemails from his dad. Oh, no, you did not. So people will feel sorry for him as well. And Steve's like, I met Det before, because, you know, he's been in the army. He's been in war. Soldier, thank you. He's met Det before and knows what it is, which is part of how he's playing Santana so easily. And then he says, mayhem for everyone, including you, Mike. So we'll see what happens with that. That match is, I believe, official for Sacrifice. I think it's going to end in chicanery. Then they're going to have a match at Rebellion, some type of stipulation match, maybe like a cage or something like that. I hope Mike Santana holds it through Rebellion and maybe loses at Slammiversary, but we'll see what happens with that. Let me move on. All right, so I give that 3 out of 5 stars. All right, then we got the cast of Tulsa King. Bunch of Hammonegers out there. Who cares? We got that. Then we get the AJ Francis, Flop Dollar, takes on the man with the guitar. That's Elijah. Who wants to walk with Elijah? All right, we got the king, the so-called king of TNA, Frankie Kazarian at ringside on commentary. Starts away with Elijah striking away in the corner. Knocks AJ to the outside. Back in, Elijah continues. Knocks AJ in the ropes, which allows him to run around the ropes for a running knee to head. But AJ cuts him off with a pop-up right hand. Boom. A running knee in the corner. Knocks Elijah for a loop. Then a powerbomb gets Canada into an Alabama Slammer from Greensboro, Alabama. Drops AJ, and then Elijah's jumping knee gets a near fall. Then the rope walk Canadian Destroyer also gets a near fall. AJ goes to the outside, trying to get some breather. And then Elijah hits a super kick, and then he blatantly throws a drink in Kazarian's face, who gets in a quick neck snap over the rope, and that led to AJ hitting the down payment. Money, 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 money. 1, 2, 3, he beats Elijah in 6 minutes. Could have done without the chicanery, but okay, we'll go with that. Alright, so 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. And we move on. And then after the match, Kaz jumps Elijah, but then Cody Deaner, the hometown man, runs in with a pipe for the save. So guess what? Where's Teddy Long? We're gonna get a tag team match played. If you're not down with that, you're gonna go one-on-one with The Undertaker. Damn right. We move on. Alright, then we got old man Eric Young. He's glad that the X-Division champion Leon Slater is injured for now, and wants the X-Division title shot. His X-Division title shot, he's gonna cash in at Sacrifice and lose. Probably lose. Not that he's been X-Division champion before, but we'll get that. Alright, then we get to my favorite part of the night, as always. And that's my girl, the co-founder of The Prophecy, my demon assassin and my demon bride, Rosemary, with week 2 of her 7 deadly sins, or otherwise known as Project Lazarus. So this week, we get to the second deadly sin, and that's greed. And we're teleported to Johnny Swinger's place, of all places. Johnny Swinger, remember him from a couple years ago? So they're playing poker. I don't know what they're playing. We see Von Dongo. I don't know what he's doing there. He's not dead technically. And then we see Johnny Swinger thinks that Rosemary Sherry Martel and Papa Shango. And he says, I see what you're doing, Papa Shango. And he's mentioning like Roddy Piper, Junkyard Dog. He's like going all 80s wrestlers. It's funny as hell. And then we see JDC laughing at the Sinner and the Saint. What are they doing there? For losing their money. And then we see the guy that she actually married, not Johnny Swinger. I forgot his name. That guy. We see that jerk off as the dealer. And then Rosemary makes a deal with Johnny Swinger to keep the place open forever. So she shakes his hand and it glows and stuff like that. And then pretty much everybody kind of like leaves. And then she has like a envelope or something. She gives it to somebody off screen and starts talking to them. And then we pan over. It's Allie! Yes! The bunny is back! The bunny is back. She has, the marks from when she got stabbed by Su Yung and sent to the undead realm. And Rosemary been trying to get her back. Now I think she has a reason to get her back. So Allie's like, it's great to be back! It's great to be back! Wait, let me practice. Hi, I'm Allie. And then Rosemary's like, oh boy. So this week is Deadly Sin number 3 on the list, Project Lazarus list. I'm wondering what this week could be. Raven! We'll see what happens with that. But, great cameos by Fandango, Johnny Swinger, the guy that she married, or whatever that guy's name is. She still, for some reason, she still has a thing for that guy. She's kind of like, I'm like, hey, wait a minute. What about me? The prophecy, come on now, what are you doing? Anyway, moving on. Alright, so I gave that 4 out of 5 stars. I don't give a fuck. My show. My Demon Assassin. My prophecy. My ratings. So we got that. Alright, so we'll see what happens this week on the program. And that's that. Alright, then we get to the teenage debut of Bang! Bang! Sosa! Ricky Sosa essay. He makes his debut. His theme is amazing. He takes on another guy who's now following me. That's Brad Attitude. He knows Issa pretty well, too. Thanks for following me there, Brad. Brad! And another guy who follows me, Shiloh Hill. Thank you for following me. So people don't follow me on Twitter. Eat shit, you dumb Brit. Just saying. Alright. So, yeah, Ricky Sosa takes on Brad Attitude. Good match for 3-3-3, Make-A-Wish. And, did I say 3-3-3, 3 minutes and 33 seconds? Yeah, pretty much. Alright, viral sensation from, well, he's not, you'd think he's from Puerto Rico. No, he's from over the pond. He's wrestled in Germany, he's wrestled in England, France, I think, too. But anyway, so Sosa with Ricky rolling up Brad for a near fall. Sosa's working on the arm. Fans seem to like the guy. Or could you not? He's a great guy. Brad knocks him down for a slingshot. Tope con hilo for a near fall. Where's Excalibur when I need him? Chinlock goes on, little 1924 chinlock. That gets broken up. Some running elbows have Brad Attitude down. Nice moonsault connects for a near fall. Then a no hands dive to the floor. That was impressive. And throws him back in. Hits the Blue Thunder Bomb, or what's he call that move? Well, it's basically a Blue Thunder Bomb. I forgot what he calls it, but hey, if your name is Ricky Sosa and you hit a blue thunder bomb, you win too. So he gets to win in 3-3-3. There you go. So, good debut for Ricky. I think him and Leon Slater would be amazing for the X Division title. I think he has a bright future in TNA, but we'll see with that. Alright, 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then it's time for your main event of the evening, an Atlanta street fight with Moose and the beautiful Alicia Edwards at ringside taking on Cedric Alexander. And the system is banned from ringside. So Cedric has a gripe. Hey, why is Alicia banned too? Hey, Alicia can be out there looking pretty if she wants to. Leave her alone. We get that. Anyway, this was hard hitting. This was barbaric at times. Bunch of chairs get thrown in. Choke bomb. Gets Moose in the fall. They go to the outside. Moose gets sent into the ring steps. Ow. And then Cedric loads up a stomp on the steps, but then Alicia got in the way. Trying to show her tatas and her hoo-hoo. She allowed Moose to fight back. But he gets caught on the apron. Powerbomb onto a standing trash can. Ow! That was nasty. Back in the ring, Moose pops up to catch Cedric on top a superplex onto the pile of chairs. Ow! That hurt. Cedric comes back with a Spanish fly for a near fall. Moose hits one hell of a spear. And then Cedric rolls to the outside because he's smart. Goes to a table. It's table time. And sets it up in the corner. Moose gets sent face first into the chair in the other side of the ring. And then Cedric goes for a Brain Buster. That didn't really do much because Moose got up, speared him through the table, and it exploded. Not like that exploded, but exploded into many pieces. Moose goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. So 1 down, 3 to go for Moose. Now we'll see who he faces this week. I think he faces Bear Bronson this week. Well, we got that. 16 minutes, a little over 16 minutes match. Good match, 3.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it for TNA Impact Wrestling. That's that. Alright, so 6.5, 6.5 out of 10 stars for TNA. We'll see what happens in about an hour and a half from now. And we move on. Alright, now we're going to go to Night 1 of Ring of Honor from March 12th. And we get that. Let me take a sippy sip. We get our notes, and we'll be right back. All that you need to drink. Alright, so we get that. Alright, do I have to take out my backup notes? I guess I do. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, excuse me. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Alright. So, we're going to go to Ring of Honor from last week. If we can get the loads to load real quick, hopefully. There we go. Alright, there we go. Alright, so, Ring of Honor, double show. Night 1 was a little bit better than Night 2. That's it. Alright, so, as always, we are emanating from their new neck of the woods, a new residency, if you will, from WJCT in Jacksonville, Florida. Not like WKRP in Cincinnati. That's a great show, man. If you haven't seen WKRP in Cincinnati, you're missing out. Johnny Five! Booger! Booger! No. But it is what it is. Alright, from WJCT Studios in Jacksonville, Florida, Ring of Honor comes your way with our commentary team of the boring man himself, Ian Wake Up Boring, and my good buddy, the Pasta, Caprice Coleman. Alright, this is week 2 of the Ring of Honor studio residency, if you will. Got a couple of proving ground matches. One interesting one. We're going to start with that. Well, we're going to get to that. Alright, so we start the show with the Women's Pure Champion, Deonna Purrazzo. Talks about Athena, the Ring of Honor Forever Champion. I mean, forever. Almost 1,200 days for her. Almost 4 years. Trying to teach her a lesson, and hasn't worked yet, because we saw last week Athena and Billy Starks and Diamante attacked her later out, and now Athena's giving Maya World a proving ground match, and if Maya wins, she gets a title shot. So Deonna's all ready to face Billy Starks next week in a Pure Rules match. I guess the title's on the line, but for now, Dominion Overlord needs to worry about Maya World, her, Deonna's bestie. Alright, so we get to the match. Match was great, actually. 10 minutes exactly, which is the time limit. And Maya gave it her all. I mean, she wouldn't go down, basically. Lots of counters. Maya shows off some choking, fires up some forearms. Then gets clothesline out to the floor. Ow. Then a big flippy dippity doo by the champ. And then drops Maya off the ring steps. Ow. Back in. Get a cravat. Then a chin lock. So some, slow down moves circa 1927. That gets reversed to a fruit roll-up for a near fall. And then some more fruit roll-ups. I mean, she must have bought the box. Gives Maya some near falls. Athena hits her right in the face. Knocked her down. Almost knocked her out. We got 2 minutes left. And Athena's kind of, getting frantic. Goes for the O-face. That gets broken up. And Maya hits a spinning Falcon Arrow. They did the deed again for another near fall. Then we're down to 30 seconds to go. Maya gives Athena a faceplant for a near fall as time expired. So, Maya was this close to getting a title, winning the match and getting a title shot, but it ends in a draw, and she gets it anyway because of the time limit. So, I don't know when that match is going to happen, but Athena is now forced, well, not really forced, but now Athena has to defend the title against Maya, so we're going to get round 2 Electric Boogaloo between them, and we'll see what happens with that. But give Maya World a lot of credit. This match was great. 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's that. Alright, more ladies action. This time we got the Ring of Honor Women's TV Champion. We got the champ Red Velvet from your mama's kitchen. She takes on Hyen the Huntress. That's, I think that's Maya's friend as well. Anyway, this was a little bit longer, a little bit shorter, I should say. 5 minutes. And they went back and forth. Hyen hits a Falcon Arrow, did her deed, if you will, for a near fall. Tries for a Tiger Suplex. It gets counted into a fruit roll-up. Gives Red Velvet a near fall. And then she nails a spinning kick to head. Knocked Hyen the fuck out. And Red Velvet goes for the cover 1, 2, 3 to retain the women's TV title in a smidge over 5 minutes. Match was a little bit, was good, but not great, but 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's that. Alright, then we go to the men, this time another proving ground match for the 6-man, for a shot at the 6-man tag team titles. So we got Shane Taylor Promotions, the big man Shane Taylor, and the infantry, Colorado, and the captain, Sean Dean. They take on Aaron Solo Mibuki, QT Marshall Knott, and Captain Caveman Nick Camarado. You haven't seen him in a while. Where have you been? I guess in your cave, right? Anyway, it's a pretty decent match. And, goes a time limit. As always, we know they get a title shot. And if you win, they get a title shot. I think the men go 20 minutes, I think. But anyway, because this match lasted under 11 minutes. Alright, everything breaks down. The promotions, whatever that is. Big Boom AJ. I guess you could put that on 0 hour for the next pay-per-view. I think it was, I'm thinking of who the fuck the promotions are. That was, Carly Bravo and Sean Dean. They mock Big Boom AJ, who was at ringside. Minus this was taped before Revolution. So, moving on. Springboard double stunner. And then Shane Taylor and Nick Camarado come in. Big beefy men slapping meat. Knock each other down. The other fork with clotheslines. Nick Camarado slams him. I'm surprised. Slam Shane Taylor for a near fall. Double clothesline. Drops Carly Bravo. And Sean Dean. And we're past the 10-minute time limit, but we forgot. Somebody forgot the time limit. And then Shane Taylor punches Nick Camarado down. Double stomp. 1, 2, 3. That didn't matter, but somebody forgot the time limit. So Shane Taylor Promotions wins via we forgot the time limit. Duh. Whoever the ref was or whoever the timekeeper was, they need to be fired immediately. Match was meh. 2.25 out of 5 stars. That's it. Alright, then we got the Faction de Ingobernables taking on a mystery team. So we got the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara. And, was it Mortos? Yeah, the Beast, Mortos, because they're the tag team champions. Basically, they come out, issue an open challenge, that's what champions do. And then the Colons, Eddie and Orlando, or Primo and Epico, from Puerto Rico. Oh, I didn't even mention this to Issa, because I forgot. So anyway, they come out, and they were former WWE Tag Team Champions 13 freaking years ago. Remember that? Some of you do, some of you don't. I do. But they go at it. Pretty good match for 8 minutes, though, but anyway. But, you know, typical Colognes stuff. Epico and Primo doing their thing. But we get to the end. Orlando gets sit in the corner. Manages a reversal with Sammy accidentally power slamming the Beast Mortos. Oops. Sammy's fine enough to hit a middle rope. Giddy Casa! Bang! For a near fall. Hey, Luna hits a pretty mean stunner. If you've been following them on, if you follow Sammy and Ty on Instagram. Hey, little baby Luna. I mean, she's like I think she's like 2, maybe 3 years old. I guarantee she'll be in TNA in like 10 to 15 years. You know, because we got Brody Lee going after Joey fucking Janela on the next GCW show. I hope he beats the fuck out of Janela. Fuck Joey Janela at this point. Fuck him. I mean, seriously, how do you lose freaking Penelope Ford and you get with fucking Megan Bayne? You're not that good looking, dude. I'm sorry. Either Megan Bayne, I mean, you had to really kick some game to Megan Bayne. That rhymes, by the way. Or Megan Bayne just felt sorry for you. Man, I'd like to ask her that question. Like, how the hell did you get a guy like Joey fucking Janela? It should be with me. Fuck that. Now, Penelope Ford is now married to Kip Sabian. How did she get that guy? I don't get it. You could be the crappiest wrestler in the world and you get the hottest chicks. God damn. I mean, I'm great looking and I get the hottest chicks. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, I freaking got Abaddon. I love them crazy, freaky chicks, you know what I mean? Why do you think I got Asuka, Kairi, and Io, and now Mina? And Megan, you know, I know Megan's a tough chick, but, you know, I'll throw down with her. Probably lose, but I'll throw down. Same thing with Marina Shafir, but I digress on that. Tony Storm can get it all day from me. Just have to look out for Juice Robinson, but he ain't shit. Get a haircut, you hippie. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so anyway, get to the nitty end of the match. Sammy hits a gilly cutter for a near fall. Goes for the GTH, that gets counted into a downward spiral for a near fall. Eddie comes back in, cleans house, then he gets crotched on the top rope. Wave all sports! And then the Beast, Mortos, hits a pop-up Samoan drop on Eddie Colon. 1, 2, 3 to retain the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles. Great to see Eddie and Orlando, or Epico and Primo, because they run WWC down there. So, great to see him. You know, Gordito down there sometimes. He's actually doing Actually, Carlito is going to be in my neck of the woods, I believe, in June or July. I think it's July. So if you're in the New York area, you might see Cardito at a indie promotion near you. And that's pretty much it. Alright, then, we get a boring match, another 6-man tag team match. The premier athletes, Ari Daivari, and the premier athlete himself, Tony Nese, and, Story Denali in this match. Big Story Denali. They take on Atlanta's, she's from Atlanta. My girl, Angelica, not Angelica, it's Angelica. Oh, the woman that twerks, up a storm. Angelica risk Mark Davidson, no, not Mark Davis, Mark Davidson and Parker Lee. Don't know who those two guys are, but I'm like, I know you, Angelica. Follows me on Instagram, by the way. Still religiously follows me. Love you. Come back to New York, please. We miss you here. Anyway. So, Mark Davidson and Story Denali, I don't know why those two went at it, because I thought it was like mixed tag team rules. I guess that doesn't apply where the women have to take on the women and the men get to take on the men. I guess it's Ring of Honor, we don't care. Anyway. Oh, sorry. I read that wrong. Mark Davidson and Daivari get in, so I was right the first time. Alright. Story Denali comes in, Davidson crosses, she comes in, and Mark Davidson's like, big woman! She scares me! And then Angelica Risk has to come in, well, my girl got her ass handed to her. Story drops her face first on the turnbuckle. Damn. Then Tony Nese comes in, strikes away at Parker Lee. And then everything broke down. Story Denali chokeslams Angelica for the win in 2.5 boring minutes. Fuck. Filler match. We get that. 2 out of 5 stars for that. Yeah, it is what it is. Poor Angelica. And we move on. Alright. Black Machismo. Ooh, yeah. Jay Lethal and the Swirl, Blake Christian and Lee Johnson, they want the world title. That's held by Bandito Esse. Let's see what happens with that. Alright, moving on. Alright, then we get the Scorpio Sky taking on the Bad Apple, Brian Keith, the Bounty Hunter. Pretty decent match, nothing great about it. Scorpio comes back after they go to the floor with some running shots to face. They set up powerbomb for a near fall. To get back up, Brian Keith scores with a running headbutt, but then walks right into the TKO. 1, 2, 3. Scorpio Sky gets the win in 9.5 minutes, and we didn't really give two fucks. That's that. 2.5 out of 5 stars, and then after the match, Big Cass and the wrestled young veterans Drake and Gibson, they run out and lay out Scorpio Sky and Christopher Daniels. Do I smell an SCU reunion? This ring is the worst ring I've ever been in. I miss those days when they did that in AEW and on Being the Elite. Oh, I miss those days, man. And then we see Matt Jackson give Scorpio Sky a Snickers bar. Or some type of candy bar. And he eats them. I miss those days, man. BTE was great. Now it's just the Bucks and, with highlights. And, it's still good, but not as great as it used to be. But great that BTE is back. But I miss all those great segments with Brody Lee and even Anna Jay smacking John Silver and everything. Stu Grayson getting thrown into the wall by Anna Jay. I miss those days. Even Kenny and Adam Cole Baby singing karaoke with the Bucks. We need that back, man. I am petitioning for that. I've been saying it to Nick and Matt on Twitter. I'm like, we need karaoke back. I mean, come on, you can do it with Kenny. Come on. Give one more time. Just one more time. That's all I ask. Or maybe you could get Adam Cole back and, have another epic freaking video like the one where they did in Japan. MySpace, Kenny! MySpace, are you kidding me? I mean, all you had to do was call me. Maybe. Call you? I just test you. He pulls out a microphone from his pants. That thing where you don't think is his cock or something like that. And then they had probably one of the most funnest BTE episodes I've ever seen. And I watched almost all of them. Good shit. We need that. We need karaoke back. We do. All right. Then we get to. All right. So might get a tag team match with Christopher Daniels coming out of retirement. Scorpio Sky taking on the. I guess maybe the Grizzled Young Veterans. So maybe a 6-man tag, putting in somebody with Big Cass and Brian Keith. I don't know what they're gonna do. So we got that. All right. Then we got Nick Wayne. We got the Ring of Honor TV champion. Yeah, he's still the champ, by the way, even though he got hurt months ago. Nick freaking Wayne. He's there with his hot mom. Nick Wayne's mom has got it going on. Yes. All right, he's defending the TV title against Commander this week. That's nice. About fucking time. Should have been stripped of the fucking title. I mean, all the people that have these titles now, most of them, not the new champs, the ones that have held it for like 4 years, Athena, we don't see any title changes. We don't see much title matches on the program. They're like holding them hostage for 3-4 years. Damn, I want to work in Ring of Honor and win the title. And then I just sit at home in my ass for about 4 years and get paid. I want that job. So Tony Khan, hey, you need another wrestler. I'll come out of retirement. Yeah, I'll win the TV title and just sit on my ass all day. I don't care. I'm getting a paycheck. Just when you need me, call me. I'll come down. I'll come down to Florida. I'll come down to whatever you need me to be. Yeah, you come up to New York, I'm right here. Just tell me where to go, or just be there at check-in or whatever, call in, whatever, and go over with my opponent. If I lose the title, big so what? Cut promos in between time. I don't care. I'm just sitting home. I'm doing a promo right now. You know something, brother? No. You ain't gonna win my title. Fuck you. I'm gonna sit at home and I'm just gonna keep it warm with my lady. It is what it is. But anyway, we got that. Alright, then we get Lee Moriarty, the pure champion, still. He retained over Josh Woods back in September. So we get round 2 Electric Boogaloo. Because there's nobody else going for the title. Alright, so this was actually pretty damn good. Woods uses his first rope break after Lee worked on the hand with an arm bar. And then a reverse Koji clutch goes on. And then Woods has to use his second rope break, because you get 3 rope breaks. And then they trade forearms, big boots for a double down. Lee Moriarty gets set to the apron, so he comes back in with a springboard forearm. Then the Booty City stretch, and, well, Josh Woods uses final rope break. But he comes back with a running knee, a one-knee code breaker, interesting, for a near fall. An armbar makes Lee Moriarty has to use his break. I don't even... Did he use... Wait. Oh, because, yeah, they both use their rope breaks, basically. And then Lee Moriarty comes back with a leg lariato 1, 2, 3. Even though Josh Woods grabbed the rope, but that didn't mean shit because you use up the rope break. So, once again, still, your reigning defending Ring of Honor Pure Men's Champion, Lee Moriarty gets the win. Good match, 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it for Night 1 of Ring of Honor Wrestling. And that's that. And I gave that 6.25 out of 10 stars. So, there you go. But like I said before, the Ring of Honor titles need to be defended more often. More often. We can't have them, oh, this guy got a title shot in September and now we're getting a rematch almost a year later. It's insane. Tony Khan can't book Ring of Honor. He can't. Why even own it? I said that from the beginning. Why did he even buy it? Yeah, the pay-per-views are good, but the TV show is garbage. It's garbage. They're not going to get a TV deal in the next 2, 3, 4 years, maybe. Who knows? And there's outlets they can go to now. Paramount. I'm just saying, that they'll go to Paramount. Not Paramount or Paramount Plus. People have. The TV channel, everybody should have Paramount. And if you don't, you suck. And most people have Paramount Plus. I got both, so, and I get Paramount Plus for free, so I wouldn't care. I would love to have Ring of Honor on Paramount Plus, but it's going to happen? Probably not. And remember that whole thing with Shockwave? That ain't happening. That was a pipe dream. Oh yeah, we got a new show coming out called Shockwave. Or, yeah, it was called Shockwave. Almost said. And then he had another one that said Fury, but that didn't materialize either. It is what it is. Alright, so Night 2, we're in a different arena from the Tucson Arena in Tucson, Arizona. This had to be during the Phoenix tour, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, special episode with less than 24 hours notice. Nobody knew about this. I didn't even know about this show until, like, I was reading Ring of Honor results for last week, and I was like, oh, there's another show? I didn't know. Big story out of this episode, the six-man, the trios titles being defended, with Shane Taylor Promotions putting the titles online for the first time since they won them at Final Battle. So almost 3 months later, they get their first title defense? What? I don't know. I could book better, this fucking promotion better than Tony Khan. I mean, seriously. Seriously. Anyway, so we open up, once again, Ian Riccoboni and the Pasta. Chris Coleman at ringside. So we open up with that match, and Shane Taylor and Carly Bravo and the Captain Sean Dean, they take on TMDK, Ramona Manem from New Japan, Mikey Nichols, Robbie Eagles, who has a match on Collision this week, against Kyle Fletcher. Oh, that's nice. 2 Aussies going at it. And another Aussie, Shane Haste. They go at it. And they never teamed as a trio in Ring of Honor. They teamed up in Japan, obviously. So, match was meh. Decent match. 8.5 minutes. Getting to the end. Robbie Eagles gets beat down in the corner. Springboard Vader Bomb. That's interesting for a near fall. That didn't really last long. Got the hot tag to Shane Haste. Comes in rather intense. He's pissed. Comes in, cleans house. Shane Taylor goes to the Marcus Garvey driver. That gets countered. Robbie Eagles gives Shane Taylor slice bread number 2. And then TMDK take over on the infantry until Shane Haste gets dropped with a middle rope leg lariato. I forget by who. And then the double stomp, I think by Shane Taylor. 1, 2, 3. they retained the 6-man tag team titles in their first defense of the title in 3 months. That's sad. Great, but sad at the same time. But anyway, match was alright. 2.5 out of 5 stars. After the match, big old beatdown on TMDK. And then, why did these two guys come out? Big Boom AJ and QT Marshall Not, who they faced at Revolution, and AJ and QT Marshall won that match. They come out and make the save. Big fucking whoop. And that's it. Alright, then we're going to look at Persephone beating now 5 belts Monet. That's Mercedes Monet for the CMLL Women's title in Mexico. That was last week. But in between that, Persephone takes on Jen Savani. Who? I don't know. Some chick. No entrances, it just came out. Wow. That's sad. 3.5 minute match. Did I say 3.5 minute match? Yeah. Persephone basically beat her up. You know, Jen got a knee in. Goes for a knee. Persephone hits a spear. Bridging backslide gives her a near fall. Super kick by Jen. That didn't really matter. Because she got caught on top. Persephone flips her over for the laser's edge, Chico. Something happened to this. Something happened to you, Chico. 1, 2, 3. She gets the win in a non-title match. Well, not that it was for the title anyway. Because I don't think she had a title before that. But it is what it is. And that's that. Alright, I gotta take a second to go poo-poo. And I'll be right back. I'll be right back, guys. Did you miss me? I think you did. Most of you did. Alright, we're done with that. Alright, so Persephone got the win over Jen Savani. Match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, Big Boom AJ and QT Marshall Not ready for the infantry at Revolution. They already won them. Rizzler was there, and that stupid kid, Big Justice. Nobody cares. Let me move on. Alright, after that, we get Bruce takes on, yeah, the Beef. Big Beef. Under 5 minute match. Nothing to write home about for this one. Beef came in with big right hands. They chop each other to death. Bruce knocks him into the corner. Then does the cocky kick to face. And then the tranquilo pose, a la little Andrade a little bit there. And then Beef's stagger gets knocked to the outside, whipped into the barricade a bunch of times. Ow! Then Roosh throws him back in, hits the bull's horns. You mess with the bull, say, you get the horns. So, that's what he did. Hits that. 1, 2, 3, finishes it off. Beef. And a boring as fuck match. 2.25 out of 5 stars. They just take the people that are there. Tony Khan rolls it up into a ball, spits it, and then spits on it and throws it at the wall. Oh, man, we got these two guys on the match. Get out there. So what do you got? 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Then another boring match. Serpentico takes on bald as fuck William Yuta, now in trunks. Ugh. No one wants to see him in tidy whities. Ugh. Or blacky wackies. Blacky wackies, jeez. Manties, basically. 5.5 minutes of garbage, and William Yuta gets the win with a running knee into the seat belt. And that's it. Good night. 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. And then another filler match. Ace Austin of the Bang 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 Gang. Too soon me for the love of God. He takes on Big KM Kevin Matthews, otherwise known as Biff, from Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3. Biff! You would think Kevin Matthews has the advantage here, right? Wrong, because he's putting over talent, and basically Ace Austin won in over 3 minutes. Did I say over 3 minutes? Yeah, he won with a fold. That's it. Filler match for Ace Austin. He gets the win. Okay. Not much to see there. Let me move on. Another match, another kind of quickie match for the ladies. We have Marina Shafir takes on Danielle Camella. That's Vanessa Bourne for you dumb people at home. And Vanessa Bourne got in an axe handle to the back. That didn't do shit. Then a running neck breaker by Vanessa Bourne, but Marina came back, locked her in her titties with mother's milk, and then pretty much Vanessa Bourne tapped out in just under 4.5 minutes. That's it. We move on with that. Alright, great to see Vanessa Bourne still doing something. Doing something! Doing something! I get that. Let me move on with that. Alright, then we get to the main event. Thank God for this. 8-man tag team action. I think it was 8-man. Yeah, 8-man tag team action. So we had Roppongi Vice, that's Trent, and Rocky Romero, let's say. They team up with the MXM collection, that's that's Mace and Mansoor. And they take on Eddie Kingston, we haven't seen that guy in a while. Ortiz, the Funky Monkey, and Top Flight, Darius and Dante Martin. I don't think Zeta Steel was there. Layla Gray had successful knee surgery. That's nice. She's on her way back, hopefully soon. Not soon, but, you know. You know how reconstructive knee surgery is. It takes a long time, and I know all about it. 6 to 8 months max with rehab. Oh, rehab's a pain in the ass. And I have a bad knee as it is. Bad right knee. I messed up my patella. It's not good. But anyway, this was a decent match. Not great. Under 12-minute match. Getting to the end. They settle down to Dion Madden. It works over Darius in the corner. Trent Beretta comes in for a Death Valley driver. And then Mason Mansoor cut the other 3 members, 3 faces off. And then they hit a string of elbows. Then a 4-way pose. That gets broken up. Darius gets a drop kick. Hot tag to Dante, who cleans house. And then Roppongi Vice cuts Dante off with a double jumping knee strike. Dante gets the hot tag to Ortiz, the Funky Monkey. And then more chicane, more wildness. Eddie's DDT into Ortiz's top rope splash. Finishes off Mansoor. Seems like he takes the pins for everything lately. And the faces get the win in a pretty decent match, under 12 minutes. Match was but still a decent match. 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it for Night 2 of Ring of Honor from a different location. Well, we got that. Alright, so that's it, guys, for TNA Ring of Honor times 2. And I think TNA, as always, is a better show. So TNA, 6.5 out of 10 stars. Night 1 of Ring of Honor, 6.25 out of 10 stars. Night 2, right down the middle there, 5 out of 10. It's like, it was just boring. So, that's it. So, there you go. So, leave me your thoughts and opinions if you watched TNA last week, and if you watched Ring of Honor last week. Leave me your thought or opinion down below. And like Trick Witty would say, let's talk about it. And that's pretty much it. Alright, we're getting ready for TNA Impact Wrestling coming up at the top of the hour. It's almost 9 o'clock here in the Northeast. So, it should be a good show tonight. And I can't wait to see what Rosemary has up her sleeve this week with the third deadly sin. And could it be Raven? I don't know. Could it be James Mitchell? He might be down the line. Could Su Yung return? Oh, I'd love to see that. Maybe Jessica Havoc. We get the Death Dolls return. I'd like to see that too. But I think we already got the bunny, the demon and the bunny, or bunny demon, whatever you call it. Demon and the bunny. We got that, and we'll see what happens this week. With Project Lazarus. And, I think we're gonna see something with Rosemary at Rebellion, because we're about 7 weeks, well, actually now, about 4 or 5 weeks away from Rebellion. So, I think we got a few more weeks of Project Lazarus, and then I think either at Rebellion or maybe after Rebellion, I think that's when I would assume that Rosemary gets her Knockouts title shot. Maybe her and Allie get a Knockouts tag team title shot. They win it. Because they've been tag team champions before. And we'll see. I want one more title reign for Rosemary as Knockouts champion. I do. Because she's getting older. I think she's 30, maybe 40 years old. A little over 40, I think, now. But she needs one final reign before she goes to the TNA Hall of Fame. And she will get there. But I don't know when. But I should. Carlos, I'm talking to you, dude. I want to go to wherever Bound for Glory is when you induct Rosemary to the TNA Hall of Fame. I want to be there to induct her myself. So, I have no affiliation with TNA, but I like to induct her. The co-founder of the Prophecy, my friends, is Rosemary! Who are you? You know who I am. Shut up. Anyway, we do that, and we move on with that. Alright, that's it. Guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to try to record my NXT review, and then we'll talk about Dynamite after that, maybe later on. Or if not, maybe late tomorrow, we'll talk about Dynamite, and then we'll talk about Ring of Honor on Saturday, along with SmackDown, before I have to do some errands of my festivities on Saturday, because I will not be around Saturday night at all. Sunday, I'll be around for a little bit, so if I don't do Saturday, I will do Sunday, and that's that. But hit that bell, so when those videos go up, hopefully you'll be there to see it, and that's pretty much it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Until next time, if you're not down with that, well, I got 3 words for you, and so did the Prophecy. We got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. That's it. And until next time, peace, motherfuckers.